Green card through employment-based green card. I have been talking about different ways of getting green card, and mostly I've been talking about green card lottery. But today is a little bit different on how you can be able to get green card or become a permanent resident in the United States of America through employment-based immigration, green card through employment or work. So, welcome everyone, and this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM himself, talking from my home office in Belton, Missouri, United States of America. Today, I'm coming here with good information on how you can be able to apply and get green card through employment or through work. This is one of the area where many people who are already in America, they are looking for these ways. I'll be having a separate video about green card through family. I've talked about green card through lottery, but today we are talking about through employment. Number one, it's not easy at all. Let me start with that one, but it's not impossible. I've known many people, and I've worked with so many people who are working through getting green card through the employment, and they have got green card through employment. So, in order to work or in order to get the green card through employment, number one, that employer is supposed to be an employer who is ready to sponsor you, because that is called green card sponsorship through work. So employer is the one going to sponsor your green card. For instance, if you are applying green card through family, your spouse who is American citizen is the one is going to sponsor you. But if you are applying green card through work, the employer, which is American company, is going to sponsor you, whether it will be a typical business company, whether it will be just a non-profit in America, or is supposed to be a university education institution, is going to sponsor you to be given green card. So when you apply for any job, most of the professional job, most companies, they put disclaimer or one of the instruction in their job that we don't sponsor employees. So if they say we don't sponsor, that means no matter what, they will not sponsor you. But certain companies, they don't mention anything. So some, they might be okay down the road to sponsor you. Some they might put there, we sponsor. So if you find a company on their job advertisement that we sponsor, that's a great company. That means they're okay and they'll be okay to sponsor you. If they don't write anything about that one, maybe they're open to that down the road. But if a company, for instance, if you apply for UN job in New York, for instance, they write clearly, don't sponsor anybody for any kind of visa, working visa. So don't waste your time to apply there, and then maybe down the road they'll like me, then they'll sponsor me. It's their policy not to sponsor anybody. So prefer, first of all, find the companies, either they haven't written anything, or they have written they are going to sponsor someone. That is the first trick when you are looking for these kind of jobs. So even if currently you are in US, you are employed in one company, and the company is going to give you good salary, good money, try to find other companies which are okay to sponsor you. That is my advice, because in the company will be working, no matter how much money they give you, they are technically you are wasting your time, because no matter what, their policy is not to sponsor you. They will not sponsor you. So when your visa is up, you are gone. So better to find a company which is friendly to be able to sponsor you, or they haven't written, but down the road your performance, your performance will convince them to sponsor you, and they will give you different ways on where you can be able to get these kind of companies. So let me go with what we call the employment-based, the employment-based immigration, or this kind of green card. What kind of priority you need to have? So in order to be able to do that, that employer, okay, let's say the employer is ready to sponsor you. The employer has no problem to sponsor you at all. So the employer, what is supposed to do, even if you are already working with them, they have to re-advertise the job, that kind of job. that means that job is eligible, is open to American citizens. The job is open to green card permanent residents, and any person who has eligibility to work in the US, including you. So when they post that job, then they will take the job description, how much money they're going to pay, benefits and everything. They will take that one to the Department of Labor, including your resume, that we want to employ Ernest Makulilo, is a foreigner, but currently working with us under this kind of, maybe is on OPT, I'll talk about OPT later, is working with us under OPT, Optional Practical Training. So he's working with us, but we want to employ Ernest to be getting H1 visa, working visa. Or already Ernest is working with us under working visa, H1 visa. We want to sponsor Ernest to become green card holder, permanent resident, through our work. So they will put a resume, and inside that, it has to show, obviously, my experiences, my education, that I'm so much exceptional that not many Americans are able to match my skill sets. That's what they have to prove. So they have to get the Department of Labor certification to be allowed that, okay, we have no problem with this person to be given a green card. It is match for this kind of person. So that company, as I said, it has to be a US company which is able to employ a foreigner in US on a permanent basis. That's number one, because you're going to be given a green card or permanent residence. Or is a US education institution is going to employ someone to teach there at the university or education institution on some, what we call permanent basis. Not, let's say, permanent, but for 50 years, but the intention is to work there as a green card or a permanent resident. So that way, the job is supposed to be a full-time job, employment for foreigner. That way, the job requirements, occupation and everything, it has to be general but specific, not just because to fit you. For instance, the job we say you want someone who speaks Hausa to teach Hausa language. Obviously, if American is there with his Hausa language, yes. Or we want this person to come to teach Swahili language. So you can apply, even if you are coming from Kenya, you can apply even if you are from Tanzania, as long as you have degree in Swahili or something like that, or you have met the qualification, and if they are open to sponsor you, you can apply even if you are in a foreign country. Or you want someone to be professor of anthropology or researcher of anthropology or things that to Africa, certain things, you can apply as long as they say we can sponsor, or they didn't mention that way. So that means they can put that job description, but not excluding Americans, including everybody can apply, but you are going to be chosen because you are the perfect fit for that kind of job. And the kind of pay they're supposed to give to you is supposed to be like any other person working in America, not to take advantage because you are a foreigner, but also that to prove that this job, when we advertised, we got also other people in America applied, but these other people didn't get the job, not because we want to employ a foreigner, because this foreigner has exceptional skills compared to the other Americans. We want this person. For instance, we want someone with a medical background, a registered nurse, a doctor, who has exceptional experience about malaria or tropical diseases. So the best way is to bring someone from foreign country where they have these tropical diseases, studied about tropical diseases, but lived in there, practiced there. So those are the kind of things I'm trying to explain. So then when they get the Department of Labor certification, then they are going to put there. So there are certain kind of what we call preferences which people are supposed to get. Like you are supposed to be like first, a preference is given to the priority workers who have extraordinary ability in the sciences, arts, education, business, athletics, sports in general, outstanding professors and researchers. So if you are here, you came here as an international student, the best technique is do master's degree, do PhD. It is easier you have PhD because many people in America don't have PhD. We know that. Even in masters, not many people have master, but bachelor degree, we have that one. But if you are doing social science, yes. But if you are doing science, is exceptional. Let's say you studied Bachelor of Nursing. You are a registered nurse here in the US. You did Bachelor of Nursing and you became a registered nurse. You're already in the US. So where can you do that? But if you apply the job in California, in San Diego, Los Angeles, things of that nature, San Francisco, there are so many foreigners already, they are there. So it will be very difficult for you. The best technique I can give you is find the states which many people are already moving. They are leaving those kind of states. Apply the jobs in Wyoming. Apply jobs in North Dakota, South Dakota. Apply the jobs in West Virginia. Apply the job in Alaska. If you apply the jobs in those states which are very far away, many people don't want to stay in those areas. It is very likely you'll be given green card, you'll be sponsored getting green card quicker than if you were in San Francisco, or if you're in Chicago, or if you're in New York. So go a little bit further, those kind of states. Go to the small city of Huntington in West Virginia. Go to very far away in Montana over there. You can be the only black person in that city. So those are areas I can be able to explain to you one of the techniques. So if you go there and you are registered nurse, you are special person in lab, it is very easy to get those one. You have master's degree, apply, become a teacher of community colleges in those smaller states, very far away states. You can be able to become a skilled worker over there, and it will be easier to get kind of sponsorship. But if you want to compete in these bigger states, you'll be having a very big trouble. Second preference is they are talking about people holding advanced degree with the exceptional ability. So advanced degree, we mean a master's degree. So for instance, on my case, I have bachelor degree in political science, language studies, master's in conflict resolution. Not many people are doing with the master's in conflict resolution. So it's a little bit exceptional, but I cannot apply this kind of job, let's say in LA I'm talking about. But if I apply, let's say, in Nebraska, in Wyoming, going to West Virginia, working with a court as a mediator, I might be easily getting kind of sponsorship compared to the bigger states because there will be so many people with those kind of the same abilities. I'm going to become a teacher of criminal justice in the smaller states. I will be easier going to be sponsored. So try yourself to go to the smaller states. Getting the jobs over there will be easier going to be sponsored. Then they are talking about general skilled workers. You can be a banker, but a little bit finding different ways on with your experiences, not just like a normal bank teller. Then they're talking about if you are a religious worker, you are coming here like you are a priest, you are a pastor, you are a nun, Catholic nun. It is easier to get those kind of sponsorship. So the best way is to find where you can be able to offer your skill set, but the organization, the company, the institution has to be able to sponsor you. And for this kind of ways, if you are here, you are a student, you finish your master's degree, for instance, you are looking for OPT. Yes, you can find OPT, you can get a good job, but find OPT, optional practical training, to the areas where they give or they provide sponsorship. So that means after your performance for 1 year, they can say, okay, let's give this person H1 visa and let's sponsor this person for the green card. Because the organization, the companies, they want to find out if you can be working there for a longer time and they can benefit from your skill set. But as long as you have been working for them for 1 year, it is the perfect way of showing how capable you are and how your skill set is matching to what they really want from you. But if you are also like investor, you have $500,000 business, $1 million business, investing, employing 10 American full-time basis, they'll give you green card. So those are different ways, different kind of what we call employment-based preferences or categories, where they will prefer to give kind of a sponsorship to green card. But as I say, I'm saying over and over, if you're in medical profession, if you have PhD, master's degree, which you call advanced degree, you are likely able to get sponsorship quicker than if you were just a normal bachelor degree. But still, like, what kind of experience do you have? But another thing is you have to look like, where can you get those? I was taking like the technique which helped many people is to find the states where there are not much competition, especially for the foreigners. States where there is lack of professionals around those areas. If any person gets bachelor degree, master's degree, they get out of that particular state, it will be easier for you to go there. You can work there maybe 5 years. They give you a green card. After there, you can move to another state. They don't take you a green card. But just don't go to a place they give you green card today and tomorrow you are leaving. Be a little bit appreciative, work for a few more years, and then you can move on to another kind of job. So what kind of technique, what kind of ways have you used for you to get green card through work? And you can see I'm talking about mostly about professional work. I'm not talking about coming here to become a security guard and expecting someone who will sponsor you. Because if you go to the Department of Labor, okay, what is so special for you to become security guard at the mall? Like, are you using witchcraft thing, juju, to become extraordinary compared to any other security guard? Like, what makes them to give you sponsor for green card compared to other people? So find jobs which the companies are immigrant friendly to provide sponsorship. Either they stipulate, put there, we are open to sponsor someone if you match our skill set and qualification and can be able to provide. But avoid the companies which already say we don't sponsor you. Even if they give you a very good salary down the road, it's not going to help you much, because you'll end up, after you are contracted, after maybe you are a student, you are having OPT after 1 year or 18 months for the science people, you'll be denied to be given extension. But if they're open to sponsor you, you'll be good to go. So if you have master's degree, try first of all teaching at community college, because in community colleges, most of the teachers have master's degree. 98-99% of teachers in community colleges, they have master's degree. So find community colleges, but community colleges which you go like Topeka, Wichita, those small cities, whatever it is in the rural area, you'll be able to perform. Go to small states like Kentucky. But if you want to go to the bigger states, you want to go to Massachusetts, stay in Boston, okay, good luck. You want to go to stay in New York, Maryland, Virginia, and hoping you can be getting, like, I understand. But if you're in science, for instance, in technology, sometimes even if you're in big companies, you are Boeing, they can sponsor you. I don't know. But depending on what field, but priority for me, I usually advise people to go into the rural areas. But if you are in science and certain companies like Boeing, you are working in Apple companies, they are okay to sponsor you, you can do that. So those are the ways on how you can get green card through employment. You have to look like what category you are, what kind of employer you are looking for, what kind of stipulation they put in the advertisement. Yeah. And you can ask them directly, okay, do you, down the road, if I perform well, will you give the sponsorship? You can ask, they're honest. They will tell you, our policy, we offer sponsorship or we don't offer sponsorship, so that you cannot waste your time. So that is advice I can give you on how you can be able to get green card through employment. But while you are applying for those kind of jobs, remember, don't forget to apply green card by lottery. That's free. You can keep doing that way while you are looking for employment. And if you are outside of the country, find those kind of profession and be able to do that. So thank you everyone for your continued support to the EBM show, EBM Scholars Show, EBM Scholars Family. Welcome again, and remember to subscribe to my channel in case you haven't done so, and remember to share this good news to any other person to be able to develop, be able to succeed. The purpose of the channel is everybody to succeed. Thank you everyone, and goodbye everyone, and all the best. Happy holidays everyone.